So first you measure, and obviously there's way too much over here, so we'll cut that off. And then go this way. So cut across like that. And put your box on there. And you can see how much extra there is. This is plenty, and this is way more. So use your box as a guide and cut that excess off. And unless you have something really small, just throw it away. And you can see you've got plenty on the back. So tape it, one piece to hold it, and then it looks really nice if you fold your edge. One more piece of tape. And then it's a personal preference to either go down or go in. So I'll go in. And you hold it snug. If you've got a bigger box, you can tape each side as you put it on, because that won't be, nobody will see that afterwards. And then push it down and try to crease your edges as you go along. And tape it. And again, it's a bad piece.
Well, and the tape keeps it stable and you don't
Yes.
get bumps and clumps
Right.
on the end.
And see how, always crease that once you've got this part stable.
A nice pointy edge.
Yeah, and you don't
And-
always want the point. So
And that
you'll,
can be a personal preference as well.
yes. And it looks like you've finished your edge. One piece of tape. And then on this side, we'll show you how to go down like right over the edge.
And make sure it's nice and tight.
Yeah.
Make
Crease
it a
your
nice
edges.
finish.
And again, see how the paper isn't quite straight? Doesn't matter. You can still put a little piece of tape and it'll hold it down.
So the key is to keep taping as you go along, so it'll keep everything in place and make it easier instead of just doing one big bunch.
Here's another one, and you can place your tape down there at the bottom where it won't show.
And you have nice straight edges.
And again, crease and crease once you've got it where you want it. Tape. And you can bring it up like that, but it's not quite straight, so to kind of straighten it out and make it look a little
Nice
more
and pretty.
you can do that. One more piece of tape. And then on your edges, just pinch on all four sides. You've got a nice sharp
So let's see all the edges.
edge.
Look at that.
And see, it doesn't
Oh,
look much different from the other side. That was where we pushed in. This one was where we pushed in, and that one was pushing down. So they look very similar.
Okay, so up next will be the bows.
We're going to make just a simple bow, and just to show you that you can do a fairly cheap bow, you can get ribbon at like the dollar store or discount stores, and it's usually got 10 to 15 yards on it. And for this bow, you'll probably need less than 2 yards because it's a small box and we're doing just a simple bow. The pretty sparkly blue. And I like to put it over the edge that we taped. And so allow yourself plenty of ribbon and just kind of go from the center out. And it looks to me like I'm going to need a little more than that, because you need to double it, and I need to be able to tie it. So just go another 6 inches or so. So how much is that all together? About 1.5 yards approximately. But I'm not going to cut anything off until after I tie it. So just like tying a bow on your shoe, and you don't want to make a lot of creases in your bow until it's necessary. So see how I've just tied it under, and it really is best if you can tie a knot. So you can use another finger, so I'll have my helper put her finger in there. And we'll just tie it one more time. And sometimes, especially if it's a masculine gift, you can just leave it like this if you're short on ribbon too. And just twist this, see, because it comes out on the back side of the ribbon, so just twist it around.
So that's how you solve that problem.
And you can cut it off like right there. And
Well,
it
that
still
looks
looks
nice.
pretty. Yeah. But we're going to make a regular bow. And as you can see, when you turn that over, you've got the back side of the bow, and there's not much you can do about that, but it's not going to make any difference. Try to keep the rest of your ribbon as straight as you can.
And pull that through.
Fold it through. And carefully kind of snug it up. You pull on the top one here and the bottom one here. And that's what makes it nice and tight. And see how this is the back side? Do the same thing. Just twist it around. As long as you've got this kind of wire ribbon. And then take your scissors, and I like them about even with the package when it's small. And so I'll just cut like that. And with the wire edge, you can kind of fluff it up as much as you want. And you've still got room to put a tag.
Because you can actually cut off a piece and wrap it around this center if you want to have it sparkly.
You could. Like, you could use your cast off and put it around there. And you'd probably have to use, well, maybe some double stick tape or some glue.
Say the double stick tape would work, because I've done that as well. So if you have to have it matching, it looks nice both ways, but it can be done. So use the excess that you cut off.
Because you'll have some space under there to work with. See, so you can, I'd have more than that to turn around. Let's see, here, we'll just do that. Show you what I mean. Take another piece and do this. And I think what I would do is pull it around. Yeah. And let's take a little piece of tape. And if it'll hold, sometimes the sticky or the sparkly stuff.
So that holds, then you put that seam
And then just turn that under.
underneath.
Yeah. And it's not holding as well, but it would if we used the double stick tape, which is a little stickier. But you get the idea, and then you could make the little pleats in it that look kind of nice. But I mean, that's not bad either that way. And if you have the tag that tie around it, then that kind of covers up some of that. So.
It looks lovely, and then you have the nice glitter all over.
Yes, it's so pretty.
Which The lint roller can pick up, right?
Yes. Actually, it's right here.
Ta-da!